Hey everybody, it's Nikki with Delicate Egyptian Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you just have a lot of Libra placements in your chart or transits happening in your houses that are pulling a lot of Libra energy in. We do still have the Sun in Libra at this time. Sorry, I just got distracted. But we do have Mercury going retrograde on the 31st this month, so we are in its shadow period right now, which means whatever is coming up in our lives, whatever we're dealing with, that is going to be highlighted once we actually move into the retrograde period, which is the 31st through, I believe, the 16th. So just keep that in mind. Pay attention to the themes in your life up until then, and just be prepared. Now, retrogrades are periods where we need to reflect, we need to sit back. We do not need to make any definitive decisions because we will have to revisit those decisions that we made. I'm going to go ahead and be honest. I tried to record your video a couple of nights ago and I did it twice. Both times in the middle of the reading, the camera just cut off, so I gave up. I was also very tired at that point. But I will say that the imagery that I got, I'm going to leave it for what I wrote down. The vision that I saw, I did feel like I was getting slapped across the face. So that could be you or you doing that to someone else. But I do know that the title that I put down was Slap Back. Now, when I said that, I also specified that I do not condone violence unless it is in a very self-defense way. Disarm, don't harm. So, slap back to me is a very metaphorical term. It simply means that if someone has done something to you, and this is not about revenge, this is just about the real response that you need to have to the situation. That being said, I'm going to get started on your reading. And we'll move my little snail cup of coffee in a moment. Now I just saw the Ace of Swords and the Lovers, and now again with the Ace of Swords and Judgment. I do think there has been a judgment call that has been made on a situation. Now the Lovers card is usually a divinely guided couple or a pair of individuals. Me seeing the Emperor now, I feel like the Emperor got cut out, so whoever the divine masculine is or the overall strong masculine energy is in the situation is the one who definitely got cut out. I do feel like this person is going to keep contacting you. We have the Page of Swords and we have the Five of Swords. This argument will be revisited. You can sit there and tell me you're not going to revisit it all day long, but you will. You may not play the same game in the same way, but trust me, we will. With that Lover's energy that I was speaking of, these are two people who are guided together. Sometimes it is an actual contract that you have with one another on a karmic level. Other times it is more of a situation where you will continue being magnetically drawn to each other until you heal your situation in this lifetime. If there is a lot of turbulence in this relationship, in this lifetime, chances are there has always been some form of turbulence and you keep trying to fix it and not figuring out how. The Lovers represents ecstatic love. It represents higher love. It represents soul love. It is not about the physical representation of lustful energy or of energy that is sexual in nature. It is a higher vibration and aspect. To me, I feel like that does mean that unconditional love needs to be applied to this situation no matter what this person has done to you or what you have done to this person. So, let's get started. Show me what is happening for Libra. Okay. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Ending of heavy, heavy ancestral energy, karmic energy. Ending a cycle to step into a new. Yep. Completing a cycle so you can step into celebrating what is coming your way. There's that Emperor in the background looking off to the side, so his attention may be drawn elsewhere at this time. He may be grieving the loss or mourning the loss of an individual or person. Now, with the Three of Cups, this person could have actually pulled them into a third-party situation, or they could have done this to them. Whatever it was, there were 3 people involved in the situation and not just 2. They do not realize what they have. 2 of Cups being behind them, they do not realize what they have yet. 4 of Wands in reverse, it could have been the loss of a marriage or the loss of a long-term relationship. You are trying to apply strength at this time to move through this. As much as you would like to say that you are moving on, you are not going anywhere. You can tell me to go fuck myself as much as you want with that energy, but Knight of Pentacles literally is not moving. The horse is standing still. It is still holding on to the pentacle. It does not know where it is going with this energy yet. It is trying to figure that out. It wants to make sure that wherever it's planting the seed, wherever it's planting this new beginning, it wants it to be as fruitful as possible. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse and the Chariot in reverse. You're not defending yourself anymore and you're not fighting, but you're also, once again, not going anywhere. Chariot in reverse. Oh, okay. King of Wands is the bottom of the deck. King of Wands is the step down from the Emperor, in my opinion, because it is fire energy. It is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. The Emperor is Aries energy purely. It is Mars. I think that's why I picked up on slapback, because this is very slapback energy. It is a pissing contest. It is saying, and I'll put it quite bluntly, and I'm not going to apologize for it, whose dick is bigger. This is a standoff. And it is very intense. There is a lot of anger. There is it's a fight to the death. I would be very careful with that. So let's clarify the Ten of... Yeah, you're healing issues of trust. With the Seven of Swords there with the Ten of Pentacles, this is something that has literally been bred into your soul. If this is with this situation with this person who I'm feeling is of a soulmate, karmic, whatever. You guys have done this before. I think there were issues with trust before. I also think that in your family or ancestral karma, there have been a lot of issues with trust or a lot of issue with misinformation or being guided down the wrong path. Or feeling as if you've been lied to. That is what you need to be healing and focusing on healing at this time. That is what you need to be using your reserves and your strengths for, is to clear out that energy. Because you have this new beginning and you do not want to take this with you, and you need to close out that cycle. Let's clarify the Three of Cups, please. We have the Five of Swords. That is very conflicting energy because it feels as if there keeps being this weird back and forth energy of having a reason to celebrate, then having a reason to argue. Having a reason to celebrate, having a reason to argue. Having a reason to celebrate, having a reason to argue. It's going back and forth. You need to choose one or the other. Five of Swords to me is also hurt people hurt people. Because you feel hurt, you may want to hurt this person. Or vice versa. Or the fact that somebody hurt them, so now they're hurting you. They're not intentionally doing it. It is because they are clinging to the pain that they are still experiencing. This person is holding on to Three Swords. And we all know what the Three of Swords looks like in the tarot. It's not the most pleasant card. It's not that your truth doesn't matter to them in this situation. It's the fact that their truth hurts more. Whatever they are experiencing in their lives at this time, whatever is their truth that they're holding on to, which is, I've been through X, Y, and Z. That is the way that I am. I cannot change, or I cannot change right now. That is their truth. Right now at this point in time. Does not mean that that cannot change. The fives are conflicting energy. They are challenges. They are change. When you are stuck in a five, you are experiencing a lot to get you to move forward. And they are in fives. They are in five energy. So let's clear. Oh, yeah. There is clarity shining on their pain. There is clarity shining on the fact that this is a loss. I do not think it can be fixed. And when I say this, I mean what they are mourning over. They do need to rest and reflect with the Four of Swords. They need time to heal. They need time to be alone. They need time to do whatever it is that they need to do to move through that. And they cannot work with anybody right now. Three of Pentacles in reverse, they just can't. Let's clarify strength. Tower in reverse. When I see the Tower in reverse, to me, it's like the Tower in the upright is very unexpected. In reverse, you see it coming. The Tower in reverse is also more of a spiritual enlightenment to me. It is something that's happening where the spiritual energy around you is shifting and changing, and it's having to do it for a reason. You have to be enlightened to something in this process so you can move forward. Let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you need to work on where it is that you're going and what you're doing and where you're planning this new beginning, this new seed. You need to work on that. Let's clarify the Chariot in reverse. Okay. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands in reverse. That's a lot of cards, but I will take every single one of them. We have the Lovers. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Hermit. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Fool, and we have the Ten of Swords. You need to take a time out. You need to go within. You need to seek wisdom. If that does mean shutting yourself off from the rest of the world to do that, I encourage you to do that at this time. The Hermit can also be a counselor. It can be forms of therapy. It can be spiritual work. It can be diving deeper into your spiritual connection. That is what is necessary for you at this time to understand what it is that is going on. Whatever happened in this situation, everything in that situation has to die. It has to be done. It actually has to close out in a cyclical way before you can leap into a new beginning. Because with the Eight of Wands here and the Chariot in reverse, the Chariot in reverse to me is a higher vibration of the Eight of Wands. Now in its reverse, it means that you're not going anywhere, but with the Eight of Wands, you think you are. It could also be a barrage of communication. So if you are trying to slap back with your words, if you are going to blast this person, I recommend you do not. I don't think it's going to fix anything at this time. Yeah, it's not going to fix anything. You need to focus on yourself with the Nine of Pentacles. You need to focus on your own stability, your own home, your own situations, and understand that you will be guided. You will be guided in this. Magician energy, you will be guided. You will be creating the life that it is that you desire, but you have to disconnect from this energy. The star is requesting that you have hope, that you stay connected, that you understand that sometimes things really do have to happen in divine timing. And sometimes these people coming back into our lives, that is part of the process. That is part of the time. That's part of how everything works. But you have got to get unstuck. You have got to get out of this Eight of Swords energy and step into the world and close out this cycle. Life is beckoning you to come through the doors and to enter into a new phase and a new way of living. What you do once you cross through that threshold is up to you. We have the Mother. We have the Fault Line. We have the Temple. And we have the Stone. And Crone at the bottom of the deck. The Crone is the aspect that comes after the Mother. I think you are having to dive into Crone energy at this time. There's a lot of feminine energy you need to be connecting to right now. Whether it is your own mother, whether it is your grandmother, whether it is your female family lineage. You also might need to refocus on maiden energy. Maiden energy is very pure energy. It's childlike. But this earthquake that's happening right now, this fault line that's kind of causing friction is supposed to. You've got to go back into your sacred space. You've got to step back into the temple. And with the stone here, to me, I haven't read on this yet, but it reminds me of the Philosopher's Stone when I look at it. You have got to use your power at this time to create. And you have to make sure that you have all of the right ingredients to do this. The way, if you were to put this ingredient into the equation right now, it would fuck up the transmutation. What are the final cards here, please, for Libra? We have Heaven. We have Move Forward. Say hello to Heaven. We have a Surprise in reverse. And we have Quantum Leap. Look, you're not supposed to know anything right now. That is very clear to me. You are not supposed to know absolutely anything right now. With Surprise in reverse, nothing is going to be revealed to you. Because I think you have to accept this quantum leap or this advancement spiritually that you are moving through. Because it's trying to help you move forward, and it's actually trying to get you to the point where you feel as if you are touching heaven. You are so in the 3D experience right now that you are allowing this situation to cause suffering. You have to transcend and you have to rise above that. You have to step through the world. Okay, Libra, I hope this was helpful. Can't remember who else it all was, but I feel like Capricorn also had a tough read. I had to get pretty freaking real with them. I don't like having to do that. And I am just a translator. I am just communicating what I see in the cards. So don't shoot the messenger. But I hope this resonated with you. I hope this helps you find your way forward, one step at a time. Know that there is very surprising things in store for you, but like I said, there is you can't know. You're not supposed to know. I am literally getting like the curtain. I cannot peek behind the curtain. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below if you'd like. I will be doing an update for the energy around the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. I do feel like it's going to be a particularly intense one just because Scorpio is in, it does, you know, it's Plutonian energy, rules 8th house, some intense stuff. I feel like a lot of it is going to be just revisiting a lot of stuff from the past 6 months, 7 months. So yeah, be gentle with yourself for this period of October 15th through the 31st. I do think this is going to be revisited. For sure. So just take a deep breath. You do you. Focus on you. That's all that matters. Okay?